Hello, thank you for joining us. We begin tonight in Beijing. President Trump wrapped up his first of two expected meetings with Chinese President Xi Jinping in a highly anticipated summit. The two leaders sat down for a more than 2-hour-long closed-door session, which the White House later characterized as good. As expected, the issue of Taiwan was a key topic for Xi. China's foreign minister said Xi stressed to Trump, quote, the Taiwan question is the most important issue in China-U.S. relations. The two world leaders also discussed Iran, trade, and market expansions for American businesses.
The American and Chinese people share much in common. We value hard work. We value courage and achievement. We love our families and we love our countries. Together, we have the chance to draw on these values to create a future of greater prosperity, cooperation, and happiness, and peace for our children. We love our children.
Presidents Trump and Xi are expected to hold a second bilateral meeting Friday before Trump heads back to the U.S. During a state dinner, the president invited Xi and his wife to visit the White House in September. CBS News foreign correspondent Coren joins us now from Beijing. Anna, it's great to see you. Can you tell us a little bit more about what was discussed regarding Taiwan?
Meg, Taiwan was always the #1 issue as far as President Xi was concerned. This is the core of core national interests. And when the cameras left the Great Hall of the People, President Xi, he drew that red line, basically saying this is the most important issue in this relationship, and that if mishandled, it could lead to conflict that could place the relationship in great jeopardy. So both sides knew the scorecard going in, but it was a stark warning from the get-go from the Chinese president. And where we go from here, it just depends. You know, we will wait to hear from President Trump. He's obviously been very constrained, hasn't spoken to the press, and that's adhering to protocols here in China. It's much more strict, but perhaps once he boards Air Force One, we will hear more. Interestingly, those leaked comments came from Chinese state media. The White House readout made no mention of it. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent later said that Trump is aware of the sensitivities of the issue and that we will hear more from him in the coming days, Meg.
And Anna, shifting gears just a little bit in terms of Iran, what else do we know what the President Trump and Xi discussed in regards to that?
Yeah, in relation to Iran, we heard in comments that President Trump gave to Sean Hannity that China has offered to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz. We know that that was a discussion had in the Great Hall of the People yesterday. He also said that China promised not to sell military weapons, hardware to the Iranians. Obviously, China has been accused of selling dual-purpose weapons to Iran. Also, those precursor chemicals used for ballistic missiles. But President Trump saying that Xi is not going to do that. He takes him at his word, and that he has offered his help, his considerable economic leverage to try and reopen this critical channel that is causing global instability, Meg. The other, I guess, key issues to come out of this are the purchases, agricultural purposes, but also, interestingly, the number of Boeing jets. I think 500 were expected to be sold, only 200. So not the, I guess, you know, the quantities that perhaps people were expecting. 17 U.S. CEOs were here over the course of the summit. They held one-on-one meetings with the president yesterday, and then obviously attended that state banquet last night. So they too hoping to crack the Chinese market, which as we know is enormous, with tremendous opportunity for the American people if they can get in here.
Absolutely. Coren breaking it all down for us. Thank you.